on Friday fights number 6, Lumpini Boxing Stadium in Bangkok. In the books, went down, strike fest galore. What an excellent way to start off the weekend, and we've got nothing but fights upon fights. Starting off with the Aussie young lady Celeste Hanson taking on Kalkan for Ming Pesh. That was a very interesting. And let me just note again, across most promotions, seems to be a lot of these catch weight bouts. But we move on. Celeste got the TKO in round 3 after a very competitive back and forth. Kalaked, maybe that's the right pronunciation. She was putting in that work, man. Hometown star, I think, was expected to win this year. There was a lot of blood. Celeste was game. It was not the most technical back and forth, but it was very, very entertaining. Hercules did his thing. I think we could add a little bit more activity on that. Here we go. Here we go. Ricardo. This is the second time we've seen him in the in Lumpini Stadium, and he looks very, very good. Better performance, I think, than the last time he said. I think he's dropped 2 now. Brogan from Aussie, Waye, oi, oi, oi. He was proficient, man. Very proficient. Entertaining, man. I was a little bit disappointed. I think the pace could have been a little bit higher, but there's something there with these two guys, especially with Ricardo. He's got some skills. I didn't think he put it all together on that night, unfortunately. But bantamweight mixed martial arts, they've got some characters and some athletes that I think with a little bit more experience, a few more fights under their belts, they can get onto the big stage. The big stage. Here we go. Here we go. Bogdan from Bulgaria, first round KO, lightweight. Was this a kickboxing? I can't remember, but woo, he stiffened. Ma went out. Twice he shit. He got and did he get a standing 8 count or something? And then Vulcan went straight in there and stiffened Mayut. Done the dance in spectacular fashion. I'm pretty sure we will see Bogdan again. Pardon self, he did not take much abuse at all. Now, for this card, the standout for me, well, one of the standouts was Ilias, who's coming up in weight. Did he coming up? Did he come up or did he drop down? I think yeah, he's coming up to bantamweight. Woo! And what a picture perfect performance. Out of this world. He looked, I mean, he was supposed to fight, and Chachi was saying, I don't know what's going on with my youth. He's supposed to be fighting. Was it Guatang? It was somebody, and he basically relinquished his belt and all that. And I was a bit like, what the hell? But clearly, he had other plans. Bit dubious to why all of that took place, and maybe there was some stuff behind the scenes that we're not privy to. But his introduction to the bantamweight, second round KO, Aliskia from Iran. Woo, he tried, but he was just Ilias was elusive. The movement, listen, very much impressed. We need to, it's been a while. It has been a while, so we need to see Ilias again. Um, in a Hachi, is that the right pronunciation? We need to see him again. I want to see him. I would like to see him maybe this week coming or the following week, but we need to see him again. We need to see him again. Uh, Unanimous. There we go. The youngster, 16-year-old Johan, Malaysia, USA. Little Ute came in here against Padasuk, Pad Padesuk, Vatex. Experience to the house. Um, ooh. He wanted a very noticeable performance, and he got it real quick. He was getting touched up a little some. He was getting touched up a little some, but he came out and did the thing. Congratulations to your little youngster. And I think he got some baht in it. Was it 750 baht? 750,000 baht or well, 350, whatever it is. But yeah, man, the little youngster, not much experience record wise, but he came in and featherweight Muay Thai and did the thing. Congratulations to him. There was another youngster as well. Was a 17-year-old? Where the hell is he at? A 17-year-old came in and did some spectacular stuff as well. Oh gosh. Cannot remember which one it was. Okay. Ginseng leg. Uh, took on uh Kong Thrani. Kong Thrani. Listen, main events. Them mans are stood in the squared circle and threw down. Uh, tatted up gentlemen, you know, have some sort of a significance. But that was, again, one of the more entertaining fights of the night. Listen, one's they're not getting as much love as I think they should be, especially amongst these MMA quote unquote journalists and podcasters. They're missing a trick, man. They're really missing a trick. Excellent events. Let's move on to the Prime card. Yeah, we have some more. Yeah. And this was held one fight night number 7, Lineker versus Andrade, number 2 on Prime Video. I think the world has been waiting for this rematch because um, Andrade was on his way to a victory on that first encounter, but those low shots, those knees that broke the cup, put an end to that. So that's why we have the part 2. Let's go all the way. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Uh, let's go. Let's just start with the bonus bouts. Hmm. I don't. I'll have to go back and see about these bonus bouts. Pardon self, but we started off on the main card, lightweight, well, light heavyweight kickboxing. Hmm. I think Andrea was Stoica. Yeah, was the right pronunciation. Was very much disappointed with his performance. He had a lot more in the tank. The Albanian youth, Francesco, he just was steady, putting the pace on, and got the split decision victory. Now, here's a very interesting one. Here is an interesting one. Danielle Kelly took on a well, um How do you pronounce her name again? Ayaka? No, in my and this was a catch weight, a submission and grappling bouts. Now the competition levels are clearly stepping up because I think was it Danielle's last bout, there was quite a bit of resistance of sorts. Um, hmm, this one, Ayaka, was not only defended, she was putting in that work, and there's been a change in the rule sets about this scooting on your butt thing. That ain't allowed no more. Which is, again, I'm not a grappling aficionado, but it's a little bit boring to see someone on their butt and stuff. I mean, at times it's kind of cool in close contact, to try and, reestablish some kind of physical works. But yeah, she was tested, man. She was tested. Um, went the whole yang. I think there was two catches to one. I mean, it was one catch, which means attempted submission, a piece right up until the end. And I think even the commentary team were thinking, well, is this a draw or like, did he call another catch kind of thing? So yes, she put up a lot of defense. That was an excellent back and forth. Congratulations. She said that, yo, my girl is strong. And I was squeezing and squeezing and squeezing, but couldn't get the finish. I wouldn't mind seeing that again at some point. That was well, the best challenge for little Danielle. Ekorani unfortunately came up on the wrong end of a unanimous decision. Danny Kingad looked tremendous. They say that he's one of the best fighters out of Team Lakai. Woo! That was a nice back and forth. Ekorani ain't no joke. He was in there all the way, but the superiority of Danny prevailed. But definitely go back and watch that one. Definitely go back and watch that. Simapech Fairtech took on Zhang King Long. Thailand taking on China. Now, Simapech is a bad man. He's a very bad man, and he showed it in this in this fight. Pitied he couldn't get the finish. He looked tremendous. And I think this was his first time fighting in Lumpini Stadium, possibly. Uh, Outside of his previous fights, because I think he's lost, was it two in a row, possibly? He looked very, very good. I'm not too sure about his competition, haven't seen him before, but that was an excellent performance. 3 round destruction. Um, whoa, yeah. The situation, Martin Nugent took on at very short notice. I think this was like the second opponent change. Leonardo Cassotti from Brazil. Woo! Again, a pity that Martin wasn't able to get the finish. The submission on the TKO, but he was putting in that work, man. He looked very good. He looked very good. Leonardo tried his thing. He put up a lot of resistance. Um, but he's bouncing back, man. He's definitely bouncing back on a big card. It would be great to see him. It hasn't been announced as far as I'm aware of, yeah, on this Colorado card when they make their USA debut physically. It'd be good to see Martin on there as well. Tao and Chai, the first couple of times I saw this guy fight, I said, listen, he's going to be champion soon. And he made his first defense. His very first defense at that strap. Tawanchai PK Sanchai took on Jamal Yuspoch from Turkey, who has been looking very, very, very good. Now, how about the highlight clip that's all over social media? very short bouts because it was a TKO in the first round. L- a- hmm, ah, it was a perfectly placed leg kick, top of the sort of thigh area, which did something because Jamal, he hit a nerve or something because he was done. He started hopping and stuff, and the ref was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" He's leaning on the ropes. He's like, "Nah, nah, dance done. Yeah, put your bottle over there. The dance is done. You need to get out of her." So yes, a little bit anticlimactic of sorts, but flipping. Listen, game back in 2 weeks' time. Let him defend that strap again. Um, that was just perfect. Main event of the evening. John Lineker taking on Fabricio Andrade #2. And a little different approach from Mr. Lineker. He went for quite a few takedowns and stuff. They were trading. Um, Mr. Lineker got bloody again. Fabricio, having the age and not so much wear and tear, was able to eat a lot of big shots from Lineker. It was fun while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted. Um, Fourth round. How did it work? Was it the fourth round? Basically, at the end of the round, he didn't answer. I think the corner they said that it was unclear of what exactly happened, but it sounded like, or to me at least, I don't know what on earth happened. It looked like Lineker was like, nah, 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 nah. But at the same time, there's other people saying some stuff. I don't speak Portuguese, so I don't know. But they were saying that potentially the manager were like, nah, look, the blood's coming down. You can't even see properly with that blood situation. Let's just call this. Let's live to fight another day. We don't want to send you back out there, which is good. You don't see corners doing that, like taking the executive decision based upon their knowledge of their fighter, saying, look, I'm not even going to ask you. You ain't going out there to fight again, like another round. Allow it. Let's just like chalk this up to experience. Maybe we can do a part three. Because it's always there, man. That part three, we've had a no contest. Andrade has won this one. So, you, we could, in essence, go another four. If we do a rematch for the part three, it doesn't necessarily need to be immediately, but if we do that rematch and Lineker wins, then they're one apiece. So we could go for the four. If Fabricio does the thing in a rematch, yeah, Lineker would really have to do something spectacular to work his way back up. But yes, yes, yes. Friday afternoon, thoroughly entertained with the first card, the Friday fights, and then Saturday at it started at 1:30 a.m. Yes, it was fun in the sun, and we had a lot more. We had Bellator, we had UFC, we had that Jake Paul, Tommy Fury madness. We had Floyd Mayweather with his money grab and like stepping all over his legacy and stuff. But as I say, as one always does, they start the weekends with a bang. Let me know in the comments, man. What do you think? What were your thoughts on the fights? Who got next? Let's discuss it. And don't forget to check out the sponsor, Supreme of the UK. Links below in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, share.